can be owned forever. And there are very few stocks that you should own all the time, year after year, decade after decade. The fact is, if you don't know what would make you sell a stock, then it's not okay for you to buy that stock. Lots of people end up selling at the wrong time because they never anticipated selling at all. They only thought about why they wanted to buy. They didn't have an exit strategy. As your investing coach, I need you to make sure that you don't make that same mistake. So how do you time your sales? Okay, there are many stocks where when you buy them, you need to understand that someday, possibly someday soon, you will have to sell. For example, with high-flying tech stocks, it's simply not safe to own them unless you recognize that they can't be owned forever. And that eventually you'll need to ring the register to take your profits when you have them before they slip away. Same goes for smokestack industrial companies that only make money when the economy's healthy. The so-called cyclical stocks, because they're hostage to the business cycle, the GDP growth. You got to sell them 8 ways to Sunday at the first real sign of a slowdown. A lot of this simply comes down to understanding what you own and being willing to change your mind. A tech stock like Skyworks Solutions is not the same as a staple like PepsiCo. NVIDIA is not Hershey. SanDisk is definitely not General Mills. And ARM Holdings is not Altria. Micron is not McDonald's. The first half of these pairs, the tech names like the Skyworks and Micron, they're what I call trading vehicles that can fly and then crash. The second half, the PepsiCos and the Altrias, they're staples. They plod along step by step, inch by inch, slowly but surely. A trading vehicle can make you a lot of money and not a lot of time. But you got to take that money off the table every now and then, because if you let it ride, that vehicle will eventually crash, potentially dropping 10, 20, 30% or more in a matter of days or even hours.
All aboard!
A staple like Altria, on the other hand, can be owned long-term. That doesn't mean nothing will go wrong. Management can still mess up. Price of tobacco could go too high. They have to cut it. Business can underperform. But it's very unlikely that the stock will just fall off a cliff. In other words, when it comes to trading vehicles like these tech stocks, you got to be willing to change your mind. Got to be ready to sell when it's time to sell, because tech stocks that are winners when a product cycle is strong, like smartphones or PCs or tablet computers, are also losers when the cycle is weak. A stock like Skyworks Solutions, which makes components that are found in all kinds of mobile devices, smartphones, can make you a lot of money when times are good, but you better believe it can get annihilated when business isn't so hot. The only exception here is if there's no cycle. Think about it. There's no Cheerios cycle. There's no Hershey bar cycle. We don't talk about people using more Heinz ketchup in the fall than the spring. That's simply not the case with most tech stocks. Take the fabulous.com run from 1998 to March of 2000. It was fabulous. It was so fantastic that you had to catch it. If you bought it any time up until the last 2 months of this rally and sold it when you had to, then you made money, perhaps a lot of money. Back then you had to buy all the parts and equipment makers because the dot-coms and the telco carriers, big and small, independent and expansive, were buying equipment like mad, right up until the demand fell apart and the buying was canceled. If you didn't sell by March of 2000, you were blown out. But if you did buy between 1998 and January, say, of 2000, well, you made more money than you ever made again in the stock market, at least in the last 10 years. I try to teach you that you have to change your view when the facts change. I don't want you to end up like the victims of the dot-com bomb, the people who refused to sell when the story fell apart and got wiped out. Sometimes that means selling something even though you bought it at a higher price, because the facts have changed and the business has gotten weaker. Often these shooting star tech stocks will get hammered after the first signs that things are deteriorating. When that happens, don't tell yourself it's too late to sell. It's not. They can go much, much lower than you ever believe. So use any intraday strength to lighten up. Your first loss is your best loss, like I tell you in Jim Cramer's Real Money. Sane Investing in an Insane World. This is where discipline makes a big difference. I am tireless in telling you not to be greedy, saying you have to take something off the table and play with the house's money. I endlessly tell you it doesn't matter where a stock's been, only where it's going to. And you don't want to own a high-flying tech stock that's lost its momentum because it's going down, down, down. When that happens, just sell the darn thing. You can always buy it back later and lower when business is improving, not deteriorating. The bottom line, don't treat risky trading vehicles like shooting star tech stocks as though they're staples that can be owned for ages. Handle them with care. Handle them with caution. And you can do very well for yourself. Remember to take profits on the way up and to get out on the way down. You don't have to call the top to make money in these names. You just have to be willing to jump ship when it's clear the stock is peaked and it's ready to head down for the count. Let's take a call from Dale in Iowa. Dale.
Hawkeye, booyah to you, Jim.
Oh, man, done your way. Done your way with the Hawkeyes.
Oh, I'm a retired investor who learned the hard way. Things you're trying to tell your listeners. My advice to your listen is listen to Cramer and read his books. I've done all that.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I got two questions.
Sure.
I'm using preferred stocks as income, and how much of my portfolio do you think should be in preferred stock at my age? And how do you evaluate preferred stock as to their ratings?
Okay, this is a great question because, I've been trying to figure out, the worth of the different bank preferreds where you do get some really good profits. And I am nervous because I don't like to have my income being from situations where I'm reaching for income, and that's a lot of the preferreds in the banking business. Away from the banking business, a lot of the preferreds are really good, but I still wouldn't put, it's actually an issuer issue. I wouldn't put any more than 20% of your money in one issuer, and I wouldn't put more than 20% of your money in preferreds. Frankly, there's just not enough good preferreds to even get that much in. Be careful of the preferreds, particularly the bank preferreds. Selling for a profit, it does not make you a sellout. It makes you a smart investor, for heaven's sake. Timing is everything. And choosing the right time to buy and the right time to sell is the only way to make profits forever. Hold on, just a second. Profits forever? Leave that to the diamonds. Mad Money's back after the break.